Usually I wake up between 7:30 and 8 in the morning. I have this morning routine that I have followed now for around 6 months. In my life, I really like to focus on being just present in this very moment. I like to do hard things, but not push myself too hard. For me, small consistent action is much more important than being the most productive every single day. I like to keep the areas of my life balanced, so I don't do just one thing every day. And also that I take a lot of breaks during the day to let my mind rest. These are the things that for me mean living slowly and a simpler life. I have found this to be the best lifestyle if I want to feel peaceful. Every morning I go outside for a walk. Now in the winter time I go for a little bit shorter, but then if it's warmer outside, so during summer of course the walk is a little bit longer. When I come back home I put the lights on and start to do my mobility workout, kind of to get the blood flowing and get my body ready for the whole day. I usually do this for around 10 minutes. After that, I put my headphones on and start to meditate. I like to listen to some meditation music or some guided meditations, usually lasting from 10 to 15 minutes. For breakfast today, I'm having some vegan yogurt, seeds, cereals, and then some local berries. In the morning, I really like to go with the flow, and whatever I feel to do, I want to do that. So, for example, today, I'm continuing to listen to some meditation music as I'm feeling really peaceful. I also like many times to eat on the floor. I don't know why, it just kind of feels safe space to eat. Today I'm also journaling, writing some things down that are in my mind, but sometimes I don't feel to do that and I just sit and eat. Today the sunrise is at 9:15, so usually this time of the year the mornings are just fully dark. After I have finished this part of my morning routine, I go to grab a coffee and start studying Italian. I studied this for around 30 minutes or so. Then it's time to move to my home office. I still like to keep the lighting quite dark on both my screens and the room, just to not stress my eyes too much, especially when they're not so used to the light yet. First thing I do is I plan my day in Notion, write down the tasks that I want to do and to-do list. And as so many people have asked me, what do I do for work? I'm a freelancer. I translate things and help with some customer service stuff. It's not really my dream job, but things take time. I admit I miss working with a team, but luckily I'm not completely alone every day. During my workday, I like to take many breaks, usually just watch outside, drink a little bit. And I think the slow lifestyle exactly comes from these little choices that you decide that you want to take the breaks and then you take them. I use this Pomodoro technique, so I have a timer and it always reminds me to take a break every 45 minutes or so. Also during the day I like to switch between standing and sitting because I think that's just healthier for my body. I don't really count my working hours, I just go by the feel. So some days I do more and some days less. So now it is lunchtime and I have this highly improvised vegan meal from leftovers. Noodles, some vegetables, vegan stuff, nuts. Yeah. I usually don't eat out or order anything just because it costs so much more than cook myself, and I also like cooking, but sometimes I just don't feel to cook something more, so no cooking montages. Today, just this meal that I will eat. Buon pranzo. I have heard this probably from my mother that every time you eat like a mouthful, you should chew it 10 times before swallowing. Sometimes I think of it, like how many times I chew, and 10 is so much, but I think that that's the secret. You enjoy the meal much more if you actually chew it and not just quickly try to swallow and go back to do whatever. You enjoy also these moments during the day. I just finished eating lunch and replying to some messages. Usually I keep my phone off or like in this do not disturb mode all day, usually when I'm working. And then just lunchtime I check every message that I got, reply to those, and then go back to work. Today in my to-do list I have finished editing one video that I would like to post either today or tomorrow. Let's go. I try to keep my job separated so I have better focus, but sometimes you cannot just choose. Today I have some freelance meetings still starting now and they last for around 2 hours, and that means that I cannot post this video today, but that's fine. I think that it doesn't matter in the long run if I post it today or tomorrow. Just the main point is that I'm happy doing this, I'm happy doing my other things and not burn myself out. Try to reach everything and get everything out as fast as I can. I just finished the meetings. Next I will go running. I will go to this indoor track with my cousin and we're gonna get a good workout in. I use bus to go from place to another since I don't own a car, and I kinda like buses. The feeling of relaxation when you can just watch the views and see what other people are doing, listen to music or some podcast or something like this. Or sometimes just sit and enjoy the ride. What's up, dude? Well, our plan backfired pretty badly because the place is reserved until 7:30. Well, I mean, it's a good opportunity at least to just catch up, talk about life and plan the workout. For me, running is really for both physical and mental health, and it has a lot to do also with slow living. You are just in the moment. You don't want to be anywhere else. You focus really on how you're feeling, on your breathing, and there's nothing else you can do than just basically run. It's a very relaxing activity, even though it would be physically hard. It was a very fast-paced workout and now I'm preparing mentally for the next activity, and of course I need to have some fun on the way. Well, soon I will be going there. Winter swimming in this iced lake is something that I actually started this winter and I have enjoyed it quite a lot. There's always the mental resistance before, as you think like, oh my god, I cannot jump in there. But the best part is when you're just in there, there's the mental resistance, but then you accept it. You feel kind of this rush of energy and peace inside of you, and the feeling after physically and mentally, how amazing, how alive you feel after that. So the hardest part for me was to start, but I have to admit now I'm getting kind of addicted to this new hobby. See you again soon, probably already tomorrow. Well, I said I would be back home at 7 and things didn't go as planned, so now it's 9:30. Sorry.
So late?
I'm usually never this late coming back home as I like to have a relaxing night routine, but it is what it is. I'm cooking some dinner for myself and then eating while Fra is writing a blog post as she got really inspired. The blog post is about how to find your spark and finally build the life you want. I'll leave a link to it in the description if you want to check it out. I'm creating the relaxed atmosphere, lighting up some candles, and usually the last 2 hours of my day I always just focus on my relationship. Also I do a little bit of stretching just before going to sleep. Thank you so much for watching and remember to stay kind and meaningful in your own beautiful journey.